Do you ever sit back and think to yourself, I really thought I'd be further along than this? For starters, I think it's wise to ask, further along than what? Or where? Where exactly did you think you'd be? I remember back in my late teens and early 20s, up in the fantasy land of my young mind, thinking, I'm gonna be rich by 30 years old. Kids say the funniest things. I say kids because that's really what I feel I was. Still a boy in this gangly, long-limbed body, trying to prove to the world that I have what it takes to be a success. Now let's remember, you have to dare to dream before any of those grand plans even have a shot at making it. But I know for me, my actions have never quite stacked up to make some of those bigger dreams into a reality. I had this vision that I would be settled down by 25, with a wife, a couple of kids, a decent house, and a successful entrepreneurial career in, I don't know, something. I think I looked up to my parents and the big, beautiful family they had, and I wanted that. I wanted what they had built. Well, basically, all of those things came true, except the house. That was a bit questionable, but it still had its walls standing and a roof over the top of it. A foot in the door house, you might have called it. We all got to start somewhere. I was married by 24. I took on 2 stepchildren, and there I was with an instant family. Kind of like the 2-minute noodles, but just add Ben. I was also in business for myself, and I still am. So another notch on the dreams to reality belt. Now, at my age of 34, a whole decade later, I'm divorced. I basically lost the ability to see my 2 stepkids who I helped raise for a decade, from their young ages of 10 months and 2 years old. Now that one really hurts. But this isn't some sad sob story. I'm engaged again to a wonderful partner. I've taken on another stepchild. I'm still in business for myself, adding to my ambitions and executing for my next stage of hopes and dreams. One thing I've realized is that life will almost never turn out just how you envisioned it. I certainly never thought I'd be a divorced man, estranged from the beautiful kids he helped raise and form. But here we are. Your life has a way of constantly transforming through the years. Lessons are waiting for you around every blind turn.
Come with me, let me show you a world of imagination. Cut that.
I could easily look at my marriage breakdown and loss of contact with my kids as a giant failure, but I simply don't see it that way. And that is a choice. That is a choice I make. One of my life's greatest achievements so far is raising 2 young humans into such caring and empathetic people. I know I am a huge reason behind their gigantic hearts and wicked sense of humor. I've learned countless lessons from my marriage breakdown that I take with me into my next relationship. Some of those lessons continue to show themselves now and in times of reflection. On the career side, I'm only now having a much clearer vision of where I want to go and why. Being able to support myself and a family for a decade with my own business, I think is a pretty great achievement in itself. But I want more. I have this feeling I just want more, a whole lot more. And it's this wanting of more that can sometimes have me feeling like I'm behind. I think there's a lot of social expectation and comparison at play when we start feeling this way. That's how you get a six-pack. You actually starve yourself before you come on set to direct a film.
And you run on nothing.
And then you get those nice jittery hands. It actually adds that nice rawness to the film. You know, like this. I mean, obviously he's doing something right, so...
Well, I'm not flexing.
Filmmakers shouldn't look like that, though.
It is what it is.
It's terrible.
It's the goat. It's lit. This is all the young kids saying. Goat, lit. What else? What else we got? Get it all happening.
Bangin'.
Banging. Nah, don't bang. Bang. People still say bang.
That's bangin', brah. If we were only comparing ourselves to who or where we were just 5 years ago, I think the majority of us would be thankful for all the growth we had and just how much wiser we are now. The trouble can come in comparing ourselves to where our friends or peers, even family members might be at in their lives. You may not be where you wanted to be financially compared to those around you, but there is a good chance you have picked up countless lessons in many other areas that those people have never experienced. Lessons that serve you each and every day. Don't let anyone or anything stop you from going after your ambitious goals. Keep pushing towards your bigger picture you envision for yourself, realizing that it's going to take considerable time and be full of bumps along the way. But also remember to stop regularly, pause to ponder on the massive growth you've achieved as a person in these last few years. It's critical to do this. It will give you that much needed perspective that you are right where you need to be. You never need to be further along, because further along is an illusion that we all make up. The goalposts will forever be moving. Seek comfort in that. You're going to smash certain goals, completely exceed your wildest dreams in some, and flop on your face with others. It's just the reality of life. See the comedy in the fragility of living, because if you don't laugh, you'll certainly cry. Life will throw you curveballs until the end of your days. Enjoy the competition, as it's the biggest game you will ever play in, with by far the greatest rewards. There's just something so liberating coming out into the wilderness like this, setting up in a cool little spot. And you know, it might take an hour and a half to set up and frame the shots just right and get the audio, the mic set up. But now that it's all done, it feels amazing. You get that real sense of accomplishment. I guess you get that sense of accomplishment whenever you do anything that's a bit difficult or uncomfortable in life. You know, it's always the things that give you the most struggle, or an extended struggle, even if it's not that hard, it's just like an hour or two of struggle, but then once you get it and you conquer what you came to do, it just feels so liberating. It's hard to describe. I'm trying my best to describe it, but I'm sure you all have felt that before many times. You know, this is one of those moments for me, and it's beautiful. Good work, Ben. See you guys on the next one.